Banded together from remote galaxies are 13 of the most sinister villains of all time, the Legion of Doom. Dedicated to a single objective, the conquest of the universe. Only one group dares to challenge this intergalactic threat.
Everybody, welcome to the 3 Men in the Basement. I am your host, Otto, and I am not in my grotto today. Today I'm at Heroes and Hitters in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. Heroes and Hitters is owned by Wayne and Eileen. They are very good friends of mine, and they've got a great comic shop. They have owned this store individually for 30 years. They actually opened up in 1989, June 1st, to coincide with the Michael Keaton Batman movie. And the only advertising they did at that time was at the local high school, Rocky Hill High School. We're going to go inside the store. I'm going to show you the treasures. I'm going to show you what they have. And if you are coming to the comic book swap by 3 Men in the Basement, hosted on February 23rd, please make it a point to stop into Heroes and Hitters and see all the great stuff they have. So I'm in Heroes and Hitters right now, and the first thing I see, which is amazing, is the lighting. The lighting in here is absolutely fantastic. Wayne and Eileen have put an emphasis on that because you go into a lot of comic book shops and it's dark and you can't see what you're looking at. And comic books to me are works of art and they need to be on display with well lighting, and they've definitely done that here at Heroes and Hitters. Over here, we've got tons of DC books, which were all in alphabetical order. Can you imagine that? They actually took the time to do that. Some shops just put the books in there and you've got to go digging through them. And that's actually such a pain, but you can see the Batman Damned, the Justice League, the Wonder Woman, anything you want in alphabetical order, which saves me time. Thank you. So along with all the DC comics, we have the Marvel wall, okay? A whole section of Marvel books, all alphabetical order, starting with the Avengers, Civil War, Daredevil, going down to all the X-Men titles. So all your current stuff, all laid out, all in alphabetical order. Again, great job to Wayne and Eileen for keeping everything so organized. What I love about it is that if you're looking for sets, you've got tons of sets that they put together, which takes a lot of time to do. All complete sets, all first prints, all stuff that you can look through. A lot of discounted stuff right here. 50 cents and stuff like that. So if you're looking for good reads, you have that here. But I'll tell you, first print sets are hard to find, and the fact that they put them together saves me time, and it's usually at a great price. So just another thing that makes Heroes and Hitters so great. Another great wall, and look at the lighting on this. This really makes all the different colors pop. You've got all the Marvel trade paperbacks, all listed, all there. You've got Infinity Gauntlet, fantastic, Devil Dinosaur, Thor versus Hercules, Marvel Zombies, Marvel Knights, all of them, all on display. And then if you go down a little bit, you see tons and tons of hardcover books. Days of Future Past, which is a must for any X-Men fan. Just a well-lit area of the store with trade paperbacks. And then next to the trade paperbacks, you've got more trade paperbacks. Again, very well organized. You've got your Preacher, you've got your Walking Dead, you've got your Image comic books. So when you walk into Heroes and Hitters, what's so important about it is you know what you're looking for, you can find it right away. It's not like guessing, and when you're digging through long boxes and you don't know what you'll find. Wayne and Eileen have spent a lot of time organizing the store and making everything very customer friendly for all the collectors. When you talk about custom displays, this is the place to be. Over here now, you've got all the IDW, you've got all the Valiants, you've got tons of Star Wars books. So again, just another way that you know what you're looking for and where to find it. You've got Transformers, Star Trek, Star Wars, all stuff that, you know, isn't necessarily superhero related, but definitely all comic book related. Second level of Heroes and Hitters, I'm back at it now. This is where you want to go digging for all your comic books. And what's really neat is that up here, you've got all their comic books in custom displays made by Eileen's brother Dan, who worked very hard to make these all fantastic. And this is a great way because all these custom displays make it so much easier for you to dig through. All your titles are organized, and as we go through the store, please notice how amazing these comic book displays are. Always in Heroes and Hitters, what I like to ogle over are all the Bronze Age, Copper Age books that Wayne and Eileen have on display. Again, with the fantastic lighting, you can see everything that they've done. And these are all books that I'd love to own someday. They all look great, from Spider-Man to Green Lanterns. More of the custom displays. And you can see they go all the way down the wall and actually go all the way around the store. So just another thing that if you know what you're looking for, you know exactly where to find it. Okay. Wednesdays, new comic book day, busy day, Heroes and Hitters. But you know what's so good about it is they display everything. And they're not in comic racks. They're flat on the table, so you know they're not being bent. And I actually missed a few Wednesdays, so I'm going to actually pick up some books as we go. But you have at the beginning of the table, you have the newer stuff and going back to the older stuff. So just a great way for you to know exactly what they have they have at the store. There you go. Back at the back end of the store, where all the displays actually wrap around, okay? Custom shelving, so the books fit perfectly, don't crease them, they don't bend or anything like that. All custom made. You've got tons of displays now, where you've got more hardcover books. You've got, over here, we start with N, and we go all the way down to X-Men. I spent a lot of time looking through that stuff. Up on top, we've got more giant-sized Superman, Defenders. Ooh, a Deathlock. I might have to pick that up before I leave today. Lots of little pictures, all stuff that they've developed and put up through the years. And you know, when you're looking through the comic books, it's just great to look up and see a Hulk or a C-3PO and R2-D2. Just all the stuff that makes the comic book experience so absolutely fantastic here at Heroes and Hitters. Comics are for kids, and here they've actually taken all the titles such as Archie, Teen Titans Go, Pink Panther. They put them all in a nice section so you know where to go for your younger readers. And that's what it's all about, keeping a dream alive and having all the different kids read their comic books, okay? All right, now we have the amazing spinner rack, and I'm a huge fan of the spinner racks. So as you can see, we have, you know, comics, read one today. We've got this spinner rack right here. Man, it's squeaking, it's seen its day. Very tough, and you know, when I go to comic shops, I always look to see where the spinner racks are. And this spinner rack is absolutely fantastic. You know, maybe someday in a grotto, I'll have my own spinner rack, but this is fantastic. You can tell that this is an original piece right here that Wayne and Eileen have had in the store for many years. It's always cool to go around the comic stores and find what's unique and original. And here we have an original piece by Gary Sassaman, and it says, "I have these memories of long summer days and stacks of comic books and tall, cool tumblers of lemonade on the shaded back porches. And sometimes when I see a certain comic book, my mind is carried back and I remember where I was and who bought that comic book for me and that silly little thrill I had when I carried it home to read." And as you can see, it's just a really cool comic that says Geeksville. Kind of brings us back to when we were kids and we would pick up that comic book, especially me, when I would be hunting for those G.I. Joes. And just really, really cool that somebody did. So, and you can see the Fantastic Four cover. We really like that. We're on the tail end of our tour, which brings us to the final point of sale, and they've got two fantastic glass cases where I spend a lot of time looking through great books, all right? So in here is where Wayne and Eileen keep your old Avengers, they keep your old Bronze Age, your Silver Age books. Wayne has spent a lot of time digging through long boxes. Eileen has spent a lot of time organizing the store and making sure it's definitely comic book friendly. So you can see that the glass case has got some grails in it. And, you know, come Free Comic Book Day, they have a great sale. So if you're ever around this area for Free Comic Book Day, make sure we hit up Heroes and Hitters. Over here we have more sets, lots of cool things, and just great books to have for any collection. Okay. Up to the tail end of our video. And here I have Wayne and Eileen, who are the owners of Heroes and Hitters. So before we get started, I just want to say, hey guys, thank you for having such a great store here in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. You know,
it's just our pleasure.
It's our. I mean, I come in here. You guys have always got great stuff. It's always such a pleasure to come in here. And who would have known that 30 years?
30 years.
You know, 30 years. That's amazing.
Crazy.
That's amazing. That's crazy, right?
Crazy.
And the fact that the comic book. The culture is just blown up, and you know, I'm glad that I'd like to think that we were ahead of the curve, right? From you guys opening 30 years ago, from my mother bringing me to the Comic Cons and looking through stuff, and who really knew that a lot of these titles would be as popular as they are?
Huge,
you know,
and and mass marketable.
yes,
kids,
absolutely.
kids are coming in more and more now, but some of them don't even realize that their favorite characters are all from these comic books.
Right, absolutely. You know, and I know that you guys have been in business for so long, so you've probably seen young kids come in and grow up to adults that are still coming in. You know,
That's been the fun part.
That's been
Ever
the fun
since
part.
the first day that we opened, the kids all drove up on their bikes,
Right.
threw their bikes in the bushes, and came in and
Okay.
started picking up their books. Now they're grown up and
Right,
they're bringing their kids.
bringing their
in
own
for
kids. Same
comic
thing with me. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just been a great time. Free Comic Book Day. You guys do a great event.
Thanks.
So I can't wait for this year. I
Yeah,
can't
we
wait to
love
be
it.
in the show.
First Saturday in May.
First Saturday in May, Free
every
Comic Book
year.
Day. So, you know what? We're going to wrap it up. We spent a lot of time. So, on behalf of 3 Men in the Basement, I am Otto. This is Wayne and Eileen, and we are signing out. Peace.